Hey guys, Shauna Moten here. I am a Senior Ruby Ambassador with Plexus. I have been given the task to talk about time management with you guys and to kind of give you an overview of how to be successful in this business, but not let it take over your entire life. Because let's be honest, whenever I first started Plexus, I basically was on my phone 24/7. And when my husband came home from work, I was on my phone. When we were going to bed at night, I was on my phone. When we woke up in the morning, the first thing I did was check my phone. During the day, my kids, well, when I first started, I had a 3-month-old. And so, a lot of times during my time of day, I was just on my phone. So I was literally on my phone all day long. And it got to the point where, one, it was driving me crazy. I was getting burnout. But two, it was driving my husband crazy. And so I want to talk to you guys about how to do this well, where you're not on your phone all the time. We do work our businesses from our phone, but you don't have to be on your phone all the time, okay? So there are 4 key things that I learned from a Jen Hawkins training whenever I first started on what is the most important things you need to do during your day, okay? So let's start with number 1. You have to get your IPA done, okay? Your personal IPA is super important. So how you work your own business is really, really important for your personal recruiting, because you always want to be personal recruiting. Well, that involves potentials, right? Sorry, I'm writing as I talk because I kind of like to write as I talk. I'm writing my ideas down. I probably should have done this beforehand, but I'm learning as I go too. So that involves your potentials. That also involves you doing reach outs, right? So I wish I had like a whiteboard here. I could just kind of write this down for you guys and show you how I'm sketching this out. But potentials and your reach outs. So that is your IPA. So that comes number 1, okay? Number 2, you're going to have potentials who are going to respond, right? So your potentials who are going to respond. Number 3, if depending on where you are, you either have a team thread going on Facebook or you have a team page. Sorry. It is a Saturday morning. My kids are going crazy and I still have to keep an eye on the toddler. So we're going to walk and do this. This is a great thing of showing you how I do time management. I do have to keep an eye on my children as I do this. Oh, I see him. Okay, we're good. He's in the playroom. Okay. Working this literally into the nooks and crannies. Okay. So team page and then your current ambassadors who are going to be asking you questions, okay? So number 1 on your time management has to be your IPA and your potential. So your IPA comes first, then any potentials responding comes second. You want to answer them pretty quickly. Sorry, my hair is a hot mess today. And then post on your team page or your team thread, connect with your 20% or your team, and then answer any ambassador questions comes last, okay? Unless they are brand new and you're trying to help them get going, seasoned ambassadors questions can come last, because one way in leadership we need to teach our ambassadors is how to answer their own questions by asking questions or by giving them time to find an answer instead of just coming to you with every single question, okay? So, time management, plan your day. If you literally only have 30 minutes in a day to work your business, maximize that 30 minutes. You work harder, you work smarter, not harder. Key there. Work smarter, not harder. So if it takes me waking up 15 minutes earlier in my day, that's a 15-minute time block. That is my time block. Nothing is going to precede that. That's 15 minutes that I'm going to work out, and I'm going to put these in order, what I have time to get done in that 15 minutes first. IPA, hands down, always comes first, okay? The next time I have 15 minutes, which may not be until the evening time, then that's the 15 minutes that I'm going to take to either plan a post, answer questions for ambassadors that have asked me questions throughout the day. The one thing that I'll say is talk to your shareholders. Get your shareholders on board with you. Your shareholders are your family. Your shareholders are those people that you are living with that are going to be seeing you take the majority of your time working your business, okay? So you're going to talk to them and figure out what is a good plan for mommy or daddy, or maybe you don't have any kids. And you live with if you don't have any kids or family and you're just by yourself, then you own your schedule. You go, girl. You own your own schedule, or boy, if we have plenty of ambassadors on here. But I'm saying this for specifically if you're married and you have a family at home, even if it's just you and your husband or you and your wife, talking to them and making sure everybody's on board with the plan of action that is a good time for you to work your business. And sometimes that takes sacrifice, guys. Sometimes that takes, when everybody goes to bed at night, I'm going to take 15 or 30 minutes then. Before everybody wakes up in the morning, I'm going to take 15 to 30 minutes then. If you work throughout the day, maybe it's your lunch break and you're going to take your 30 minutes to an hour lunch break and work something then. If you have small kids at home who nap, during their nap time, that's the time of day I have to work my business. And so I'm not going to pick up my phone in between those days. Now, in between those hours, as far as actively working your business, remember all these other questions from seasoned ambassadors can wait, and help them learn how to find answers on their own. If not, you're going to be micromanaging a very large team one day and you're literally going to have zero time freedom, okay? So help them learn how to find answers on their own. That creates leaders, and that's what you want to do. Ambassadors team page. Okay. So get your potentials and your IPA done first. Any potential questions. Now, typically what I will do throughout a day is I set office hours for myself. I'm leading a larger team right now, and so office hours are important because I will have a lot of questions come in throughout the day. So I will set office hours for myself when I know is a good time for me to look on my phone and be on my phone. And then I'll do all my work between those hours. And that's the same thing I'm telling you. Figure out a schedule, plan it out when you have time to be on your phone to work and those are your hours. And apart from that, keep your phone off. Keep it, or you may not have to be able to keep it off, but you don't have to keep it right on you. I will go back once every hour, probably, maybe once every 2 hours, and look at my phone to make sure that I don't have a question or a response from a potential. Now, potentials take precedence because you're building your business and you want to answer those questions quickly, or help them get started quickly. But I'm not constantly just on my phone all day anymore. When my husband gets home at night, my phone is off. I don't answer any questions until after my kids go to bed, or my husband and I have our time, spend our time together once the kids go to bed, and then he's starting to go to bed. Then that's when I do my trainings. They are calling me. I've got to go. We are heading to a little party today. Be present for your family, guys. We're going to walk and talk. Be present for your family. Keep your phone. Don't be on your phone all the time. This Plexus offers time freedom. And if you are on your phone all the time, that's not time freedom. And so you want to, see, I'm taking 10 minutes right now. Y'all are getting a little tour of my house. Taking 10 minutes, and I'm doing a quick training because I had 10 minutes before while my husband was getting ready. Let me see if he got the dessert. Hold on a second. And you just kind of literally work it into the nooks and crannies. Now we're going to the party. Do you have the cookies? Okay, let me go get them. We don't have the cookies. You literally work, when we say work it into the nooks and crannies, and people are like, I have no nooks and crannies. You have nooks and crannies. You have a 5-minute time window here. You have a 10-minute time window here, 15 time window here. But what it takes is planning. You have to plan. If you don't plan, everything else is going to steal your time. And when you plan, you can lead a very, very successful business when you protect that time. And it doesn't have to take all day long. You don't have to be on your phone all day long. So this is a great example of doing something in the nooks and crannies, okay? And hopefully this helps. And now I gotta go. My phone's going off.